How often are you on TikTok?
You know how you watch The Office to get to bed? I need to watch TikTok in order to sleep. So I'd be on TikTok for like 2 hours a night.
Goodness.
Yeah, I'll crawl into bed at like 10 and then like be on my phone until like 12 and then I'm like, okay, that's enough.
That's impressive.
Impressive or sad?
No, impressive. I'm doing the same thing. I'm just not on TikTok. I'm just watching The Office for 2 hours.
It's true. It's a different thing. Welcome to North and South Agency. My name's Kim.
I'm Carol.
And this is the podcast about what couples actually want. We're deep diving into what couples are typing in ChatGPT, wedding industry markets. Today, we'll be talking about the spicier topic. It's luxury weddings and what that actually means.
Oh, yeah. Real luxury is alive, but fake luxury is dead. That's actually happening. It's not just in your imagination. This is a super special episode.
This is crazy. Caroline is actually in Calgary, which is, I've been begging her to come to Calgary for the past like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's taken a minute. And I just pulled the trigger at the last second. It was my first day of the Costa Rica trip. And I was like, you know what? Send it. I'm coming to Calgary.
And plus, it was so cheap. The flight from Costa Rica to Calgary was like $120.
Yeah, it was something insane. And it only took me like $60 to reroute my trip home. So it was just a no-brainer.
That's mind-blowing for, it was a $10 flight.
So yeah, it was pretty long and the plane was packed. Luckily though, I had the aisle seat and this other guy had the window seat and there was no one in between. So like we got really lucky.
Yeah. So that's really lucky then.
Yeah.
What are your first thoughts? But you've been to Calgary before, right?
I came here in 2019 and it was great. I came in March, so it felt like the weather feels right now. Like we're having Chinook behind that.
Okay, so it's called a Chinook.
Oh, sorry.
It's this weather phenomenon that goes through Calgary specifically. And we obviously have cold bursts. It's minus 16, minus 20 usually here. I'm not sure how much that is in Fahrenheit, but
so 0 is 32 in Fahrenheit. So negative 20 would be close to 0. Maybe. I don't know.
Anyways, it's cold. But the warm air from LA gets pushed through Calgary, all across North America and through Calgary, and it warms up the city for a good week. So she came out at the right time because it's like nice and warm-ish, but still shocking to you. Like what were your thoughts when you first landed?
Okay, so I came from the extreme heat. I was lucky that I didn't get sunburned because it was 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And then we're flying over Calgary and I see just like this frozen tundra. And I got off the plane and it was freaking cold. And luckily you greeted me with a coat. But yeah, it's pretty cold here. So thanks for letting me borrow your clothes, bro.
It's good. We went out for dinner yesterday. I was like, do you have any clothes for her, Caroline? And she was like, I have this like skimpy little tank top and a dress. And I'm like, yeah, you're not wearing that at all.
Because that's the only pack because you just take a backpack full of bikinis and you're done.
That's true. It's the hoe fits. You just need hoe fits. How was Costa Rica, by the way?
It was so good. Oh my God. I felt so peaceful and I got to see some friends that I haven't seen in like 8 years. And so it felt really good. It felt very warm and inviting and it was just good. It was just good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You deserve that.
Well, I feel that way here too. Even though it's cold, it's still warm and inviting here.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And we get to see Annie tonight. I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Some of you guys have met Annie before. She helped us out with our
styled shoot
that wrecked us emotionally, but we learned a lot from it. That was rough. We pretty much flew her to Charleston to help out with everything, and she was the goddamn angel. Like, thank God she was there, because if she wasn't, I feel like things probably would have
oh my God
worse.
And she's so on point with things. So thank God we had her because we're two like creatives, and it's hard to get. And she's like, oh no, we do this, 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 and this, and that's how it's organized and everything. She immediately had it in her brain. It was magic. Watch
Yeah.
it.
It was
crazy.
type A's and type B's.
Yeah.
Me and Caroline are type B to the core. It's incredible that we're business partners. Actually, we're more type A because you're a very checklist girly. Get shit done right away. I'm chaotic.
But I see your checklist right in front of me. You got a checklist.
That's true.
She's got a whiteboard with clients' names and checking off things that have been done. I think we're both type B at our core, but we have the ability to be type A.
Yeah. There's spectrums to it. It's a spectrum.
Yeah. Everything's a spectrum.
Everything is a spectrum. It's a spectrum.
So yeah, you, Kimberly, how's things in your world?
Things in the world are going okay. The boyfriend is in Korea. His dad is sick, so dealing with that. It's like such a roller coaster. You have like the highs of the highs, going through this beautiful engagement and then finding out one of your family members are sick. So it's been a little battle when it came to that, but holding on, holding down the fort here. It's been 2 weeks since I haven't seen him, so I really miss him. But other than that, it's been good. I feel a little bit worried because like Christmas is coming soon too, and I have not bought anyone anything, and I'm like almost at that point where I'm like, tell everyone like, please don't buy me any gifts because I'm probably not going to buy it for you as well. It's tight. It's tight.
My family decided that you draw one person's name and you only gift that person.
Ah,
we decided to do that this year.
Okay, I like that. That's a good idea.
Yeah, y'all should do that too. I think it's a better way because you could still get gifts, but you're not spending all your money on them.
That's true. Yeah. And gifts nowadays, they can get so expensive now. Dollars can only get you so far.
It's like a stick of gum.
A stick of gum. This economy, this economy. Other than that, I leave to Japan in probably 3 weeks. It's pretty much after Christmas. So
tell them what you're doing in Japan.
I am riding and shredding POW in Japan. So I'm super excited. My boyfriend and all of our friends are like the big snowboarders here. It's easy when you're in Calgary because I only drive like an hour and a half, 2 hours to get to the actual mountain. So it's like pure bliss. Actually, today it dumped 34 centimeters. You guys work in centimeters?
No, inches.
Anyways, 34 centimeters, quite a bit of snow.
How much is it? Like,
I don't even know what it is in inches. It's so confusing. But then we work in feet too. And someone's like, how tall are you? And no one's using centimeters here at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. So you're like a mix between the British and the American way.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to just shred some POW for a couple weeks. My boyfriend's still in Korea. I'll just go pop over and see him because I think a flight to Japan to Korea is like $100. It's super cheap.
You could also take a ferry too.
What?
I think it's a little longer though. It's something like a 2-hour ferry that I heard of.
Interesting. That would be good to see. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm like more excited to just eat food. The idea of just shredding POW, being cold all day, and then going into this cozy restaurant with a bowl of hot ramen, just slurping and slapping soup all over your face. Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, it's going to be so fun.
It is going to be fun. I'm excited.
Well, what's new with North and South?
North and South. We've been plugging along. We're still doing some AI visibility reports. Yeah. So we did a couple last week, which have been, it's funny because we do these reports so often, but we learn something every time we do them.
Every single time.
Yeah, every single time. So we had one client that I did a visibility report on, and she had the most incredible SEO score. She had 200 plus people coming to her website every month, which is pretty incredible. I don't see that often. We usually see around 30 people coming to your website per month. If that. Yeah, usually it's 0. Yeah. But it was quite a bit. But when it came to AI visibility and this ChatGPT recommending it, they were like, no, we're not. Everything is out of whack. And the reason why she was out of whack was because all of her brands weren't cohesive. All of her social media profiles weren't cohesive. She didn't have that JSON schema installed onto her website where ChatGPT can like pull the correct information. I think that another one was for Google My Business. It wasn't optimized. So
you can get to a little level if you have just the optimized Google business profile. but then you can get to a higher level if you actually update it every month.
Exactly.
People don't know that you need to update it every month.
Mm-hmm. People thought you could just kind of set it up and forget it, but it's not that at all.
One of our friends who follows us, her whole business is setting up your Google business profile and redoing it every month.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. That's strictly what she does. That's her specialty. It's so cool. But people don't think about that.
Nor do business owners want to think about that. That's a cool job, though.
It is a cool job.
I feel like you're just kind of taking off an admin task. It's easy. It's just reminding and remembering to actually update it.
You have to set reminders on your phone twice a month, if not more.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool.
It's cool. Last night, we met with our business strategist,
David. So he's been a part of our business since pretty much the beginning. Kim and David met at an entrepreneur networking event several years ago. And then when we got our business started, we were so all over the place at first. And we needed someone to narrow us down and get us focused. So she said, hey, I think we need to bring in some help. And that was David. And David got us started on the path of like doing events. And that's how we met you guys. He got us started with like, hey, you really need to be involved in your community and DMing people and building relationships with them online. Like that's possible. And so opening up our eyes to that as well. And he's just really been a driving force behind keeping us going further to the next level
and accountable.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
And he's so dope too. He's just like, he's such a good, wholesome person.
He is. He truly is.
Yeah.
One of the good ones.
One of the good ones, for sure.
That's what I love about our business so much is that we've met such great, amazing human beings through this journey.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm feeling so blessed. We just started this out of nothing and look at, we've got so many people that are part of our lives now.
It's so true. Like one who we've talked to has been like our best friends, like friends that we like chat with and catch up on. It feels so good. And it came from this random little idea.
I know. There's some people that if I don't hear from them at least once a week, I feel like I need to check in on them to make sure they're doing okay.
You're so good with that though. You're just like, hey, I've been thinking about you.
Yeah, I miss you. Just a little random. No. A little something, something.
It's so nice. Love our community. Love you guys.
Yeah, we love you. But yeah, so we saw David last night and it was good to catch up and finally meet in person.
That's right.
Because I haven't been to Calgary since we met. Yeah, I came here before we met.
And David lives like a pretty transient lifestyle too. Like he lives half in Costa Rica and then lives in Calgary as well. He's from Winnipeg too, if you guys are familiar with that. So he goes back and forth everywhere. It was nice for us to all line up and be like, let's meet.
That was perfect.
So yeah, if you guys want to follow him or if you need help for business strategy, what's his tag?
David Jaquetta. Yeah, David Jaquetta. We'll link it in the show notes. There's something that we've gatekept from our podcast listeners, and that is that we started a blog post writing subscription for our friends. At first it was invite only, but we'll include y'all in this because obviously if you're listening to us, you're in our close circle. You can choose how many blogs you want to do per month. Most people sign up for 1 or 2 per month, and we keep it affordable on purpose. So it's $75 for 1 blog post. And then it's $125 for 2.
That's super affordable, guys. And it's way more than just plugging into ChatGPT and asking them to write a blog post. You have to go in and edit the alt text, the description, the title, making sure that you have the correct heading and making sure it says your keyword heading title 3 times throughout your blog post.
1 photo every 250 words. And we try to keep it between 2,000 and 3,000 words. There's the meta description, the slug, the tags, the categories, FAQ, the structured JSON, the FAQ JSON, backlinking.
Oh God, there's so much.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty incredible. Caroline takes care of all that, so thank God.
It's a lot though. It's tedious work, but you have to love it. We're lucky that we do love that.
Most of our clients don't love it because you guys are all creatives. You love it. You be writers. But most of you are photographers or wedding planners. You don't want to write. That sucks.
What we've figured out that y'all love to do is just send us a voice note with your thoughts on it. And we take that voice note and we turn it into a whole blog post.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, but written in your style. Like we figure out exactly how your writing style is. And we've got the comments that a lot of people that we have, their spouses think that they wrote it because it sounds just like them.
What?
Yeah.
Just crack the code. If you guys are interested, reach out to us. We'd love to help you.
We're opening it up just to y'all. So this is our invite only circle. We've been talking about some events that we might want to do next year.
So we've been kind of strategizing. I think going to in-person events are so important. Just get to know other people in your industry, get your word and your name out there, and just make connections. It's so important. So Caroline has always been like, dogging me on that. And sometimes the events that you pick, I'm like, girl, I was like, I don't think this has anything to do with.
I just want to travel. I want to do all the things. I can't help it. I'm like,
maybe more strategic.
You're right.
Yes. A lot of the events that you were looking at were like women entrepreneur events or just general entrepreneur events. But like, let's just focus on wedding industry one. And we were talking about, like, if you guys have heard of WPPI, it's like the biggest photographer convention in the world. It's in like Las Vegas during March. I went last year just to scope it out and see what was going on. It was pretty incredible. It was huge. There were a ton of photographers there, but to set up a booth there is like minimum $10K. So it's a big investment.
We're not there just yet.
Although
if you want to sponsor us, bro,
sponsor us.
If you want to sponsor our booth, then we'll give you the world.
Sort of meeting.
I want to be booth babes.
We'll get there one day. Yeah. But I don't know, we might pop by again and just do a different marketing tactic. We might wear some t-shirts and be like, ask me how to get recommended by ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Get them to scan a QR code.
That would be cool. We could give away the AI assistant to people walking by or something.
Something cool.
Yeah.
Something like that. That'd be fun. So yeah, that's on the docket. I think there are other like wedding vendor ones that we want to go to. One in like St. Louis, you were saying?
Yeah, there was something in Kansas. I can't remember if it's in Kansas City or if it's in St. Louis. It's called Luxury in the Midwest. Mm-hmm. And then there was another one. There was actually another event that reached out to us, but we won't be able to do it. This one was DWC. DWP. And they're doing an event in China in April.
Mm-hmm. In
Macau. And they asked us to sponsor it, but it would be like $7,500 to sponsor that.
Just for the booth too, and like traveling to China and then everything else.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
And then of course the one that I really want to go to.
Engage. We'll get there one day.
One day. I'll be patient.
I had one of our clients when I helped with the AI visibility report. They're like, do you and Caroline have the complementary qualities? I'm like, yeah, Caroline's Delulu and I'm very realistic. Yeah. But she laughs so hard. I'm like, just kidding. We have very like complementary skills.
Oh yeah.
As well. So
that's why we're perfect for each other. We even each other out.
Yeah, we even each other out. We're the yin and the yang.
We really are.
It's crazy.
But we're the same person separated to two different personalities.
Yes. And two different totally location based. She's just like, y'all, Southern charm. Yeah, hospitality.
Oh yeah,
Canadians are just Canadian.
They're so nice.
They're so nice.
I love Canadians. I was telling her I got on the plane to come here and people were actually introducing themselves to each other. It was so cute.
I never do that. I'm like, hop on a plane. I'm like, put my earbuds in. I'm like, don't talk to me.
Saying, hoodie on, locked in.
I'm tired. We'll see what happens next year. Play by ear.
Lots on the horizon. There's another event that I applied for a scholarship. I didn't tell you.
Oh, I think I saw that in the emails.
If we get the scholarship, we'll go. It's in France.
What?
Yeah.
What scholarship?
The scholarship.
Like a school scholarship? I'm so confused.
Mm-mm. The event has scholarships that they give to young entrepreneurs, which we still qualify for that.
Uh-huh.
And they will give you money to pay for the ticket to get in.
To get into this event or
to get into the event. not
Interesting.
exactly for travel.
Huh.
But anyways, if we get the scholarship, we might have to go.
You're like, well, thanks for applying for that.
You're welcome.
And maybe we'll get it. We don't know.
I wrote it for you.
Maybe you wrote it for me.
Yeah, I wrote it from your perspective. It's like, my name is Kimberly Den.
You stole my identity?
I did. Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess we'll see how it goes. You're south of France? No.
South of France. It's in Cannes.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Okay, it's called Can Leon. It's basically this, well, it's not wedding industry focused, so you might mix it.
Oh,
But
no.
it's the marketing mecca of the world.
Okay. Well, maybe we can learn some AI stuff from other people. No.
ChatGPT went there last year. Shout out ChatGPT. Love you, girl. She's amazing though, for real.
I love all of her stuff that she posts. ChatGPT is a AI influencer.
Mm-hmm.
So she just talks about how to use ChatGPT and all the amazing things that it comes with it. So
She lives in San Fran, and she just started a company called Physical Phones, where it's an actual physical phone.
okay, what I saw a video on that today.
So cool.
It's like the one you have at your house.
Yes, yeah, it's so cool. So if you guys have seen the promo for this podcast, my grandmother has a phone like this. So it's the same thing. You lift it up off the thing and you can talk on it. If you press star, it'll engage Siri, and then you can say, call Kim. And it'll automatically call Kim, so you don't have to remember the phone number.
That is pretty dope. And the phone is just like classic, like analog, like you put your finger in and you'll swipe into different numbers and stuff like that. So it's pretty classy. It's just a way to just like get off your phone a little bit. But that's interesting. I didn't know that she started that business.
She did. She's almost sold out of her whole first shipment order.
Wow. That's pretty amazing.
So proud of her. We love a female entrepreneur.
We do. I saw one of the comments were like, well, like, how do you know who's calling you then? And then the comments underneath were, well, you pick up the phone and you ask, hello, who is this? Like the old days.
Yeah, heaven forbid.
Heaven forbid we don't know who's on the other line.
Goodness.
I guess that's when you're just at home. It'd be weird if you have to take it out in public.
No, you just keep it at home.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And bring your cell phone out with you. There's like cell phones that they have no apps on it as well too. I saw those as well.
Really?
It's just phoning, and it's like beautiful. It's like hard shell, like glass based. It looks like a piece of glass, and it's beautiful. But anyways, there's no apps installed on it, so you just focus on just texting or calling. That's it.
Really?
It looks very futuristic, but not at the same time.
Do you ever do that?
Oh God, I'm a TikTok addict. Probably not.
How often are you on TikTok?
You know how you watch The Office to get to bed? You need to watch TikTok in order to sleep. So I'd be on TikTok for like 2 hours a night.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll crawl into bed at like 10 and then like stay on my phone until like 12, and then I'm like, okay, that's enough.
That's impressive.
Impressive or sad?
No. Impressive. I'm doing the same thing. I'm just not on TikTok. I'm just watching The Office for 2 hours.
It's true. It's a different thing. All right. Okay. So today we'll be talking about the spicier topic. It's going to be luxury weddings and what that actually means.
Oh yeah. Real luxury is alive, but fake luxury is dead. Y'all have noticed like a lot of the media level clients are starting to die out. That's actually happening. It's not just in your imagination. A lot of vendors are saying that the luxury segment is slowing down. Have you noticed that?
I could see that there's a pretty separated gap because luxury is so much more different than like what we define it as. Luxury is the Kim Kardashians and like the Becca Blooms of the world who are actually spending this like absurd amount of money on these luxury items. And now you're having this middle ground that's getting canceled out because now the people who want luxury maybe can't afford that luxury anymore. So it's either high-end luxury, the ones that we can't really reach, or middle tier wedding.
Yeah, I feel like the people that used to splurge, you're exactly right. Like can't afford to splurge. They're downgrading their wedding ceremonies in order to spend that money elsewhere, like on bills. Or the people that are having those super luxury weddings, they're growing in demand because those people aren't affected by the economy.
That's true. There's a huge separation. The rich are getting richer, and maybe the poor are getting poorer too.
Mhm.
So
I imagine it's probably frustrating for wedding vendors though, because those people that used to thrive on that middle having difficulty getting clients and they're not quite ready for the luxury segment just yet. It's so hard to break into that luxury segment.
it is. We talk about that a lot. We talked about that in our previous podcast too. Breaking into that luxury market is way more than just like posting really pretty photos. It's who you know.
AI is starting to notice the differentiation between actual luxury and those that are pretending to be luxury. Because luxury is just more than aesthetics, it's so much more into that.
How do you feel that ChatGPT is finding all this out?
They'll know like immediately if you have operational chaos. For instance, if your name isn't consistent across all of your stuff, if your branding isn't consistent, if you don't have a particular process lined out, but you just have, you know, pretty pictures from one or two weddings, it'll be able to spot that immediately.
Hmm. And yeah, exposes weak messaging, no structured data, that JSON data that we were talking about, no blog strategy, and overly curated but under-informative websites. Oh, we see a lot of that too.
We do, which you can get away with if you're Jose Villa. But if you're not Jose Villa, you have to compensate for it somehow.
Totally. Like, we have that call with our client too. And they're like, can I get away with just posting photos only and like very minimal text? I'm like, you can, but eventually. But right now, no. Like, you need to put like a good amount of text on there and like an actual like visual structure for ChatGPT to really understand your website.
But people wouldn't think that because they do see the websites of the ultra luxury vendors and it does have very minimal stuff on it. So they think, oh, I need to be minimal too. They don't realize that that's an after effect or a side effect of that. That's not what brought them to that level.
Exactly. Jose Villa probably started with a trashy Wix website that was so much copy and
who knows?
Different. Now it's just this minimal clean, like few pictures, and then that's it. Reach out.
It's beautiful.
No pricing.
If you need to ask, you can't afford it.
That's true. So pretty much like why this matters is that like, yeah, I can't really recommend what it can't identify when it comes to your website. Pretty brands with no substance really lose a lot of visibility. True luxury brands rise because they have more structure. Structure equals clarity, and AI has no bias. So it rewards organization and expertise. So if you're not showing all that like organization on your website, that expertise, those blog topics,
yes,
it's not going to go by.
How many of y'all are actually blogging nowadays?
I'd say very few of you. Like, we hop on so many calls and I'm like, yo, you haven't made a blog since 2022. And like, I know. And that was one blog you put up. Like, come on, please.
That's why we have the blogging service, because if y'all need it, we'll take it off your plate.
Yeah.
Because y'all need it, seriously.
100%. You need to show your expertise.
So if you're wanting to attract luxury clients, if you're noticing that your clients are kind of dropping off because this market is either going down on their budget or going up, here's what luxury clients expect that you need to start implementing in your systems. Leadership, initiative, organization, clear expectations, strong communication, fast proposal turnarounds, predictable timelines, a polished brand voice, true authority, and a sense of emotional safety.
Whoa, emotional safety.
Emotional safety. What do you think that means?
I think it's talking to your ideal client and being able to solve their problems in a way that you can convey that through your website through copy. So it's that emotional safety. Like, am I going to have a photographer who's going to be there and pretty much hold my hand all day? Like, some brides are looking for that. Like, what kind of personality do you have? I'm looking for a photographer who can handle my family problems at the same time too. So
yeah, that's a big one.
That's a big one.
Also, no, I think knowing that you have backup systems in place just in case something were to go wrong, that's a huge, huge emotional safety thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, put that in your FAQs, please. Like, if something goes wrong, that should be also like one of the interview questions that brides should be asking their wedding planners. What's plan B if it rains? What's plan B if like we run out of these like certain flower types?
If you're tapped out on blog topics, write about that. because nobody's writing about that. You'd instantly be mentioned by it.
Yeah. And we want to think there's certain blog topics that a lot of people are going to be writing about, and that's fine. There's blog topics that are evergreen, but there are also blog topics that people haven't written about, and ChatGPT is searching for this. And if you're one of those people who post that blog topic, they're like, bingo, like let's show it off, to her.
If you write about that, also make sure that you register it on Google Search Console and Bing Webmaster so that way they can actually pull it up and cite you.
Yeah. Something about the luxury market as well is like why Instagram centric luxury brands are struggling. Obviously, Instagram rewards a lot of visual polish. Like we all know that. It's so different from TikTok. It rewards more of that like informational clarity. So if you're very informative through all your posts, they appreciate that. You have to know that guys also pulling your Instagram and reading your profile as well too. So that's good to know. A brand built only on aesthetic becomes invisible on AI. So again, these brands are probably posting a photo and maybe not putting a caption on or something like a really tiny short 5-word caption. No hashtags, probably invisible. Couples want context, reasons, and explanations. So like be more in depth when it comes to the descriptions on your Instagram account and alt text.
Think about like all these luxury vendors, they have a whole team of people that are doing all these things. But if you don't have a team, you have to be that person. That's why you have to step up and you have to put in a little extra grind in the beginning, but it'll pay off the end.
And the thing is, like, if you're going to be a business owner, you have to know all of these, like, little ins and outs. You don't have to be specialized in them, but at least know how to do them. Like, for you, Caroline, like, you learned how to video edit it. And, like, before, I was doing all of it, which was, like, a lot of my plate, too, since I have, like, another side job. But Caroline started picking it up, and she started getting so good at it. I'm so proud of you. And learning video editing is so essential. I don't understand how business owners don't know how to use it. Because that's something that you need to know.
Like my friend Kylie told me about Riverside. Riverside is so good. We're not sponsored by them, but
they can sponsor us.
They can sponsor us.
Riverside.
Yeah. Just help Riverside. So that's what I use to edit it. And it's so easy. And thanks, Kylie, for the rec.
So now couples are also using ChatGPT as their filter before Instagram. So what they're doing is that they're typing into ChatGPT, recommend me some florists, recommend me a wedding planner, and ChatGPT is giving them their website and their Instagram and stuff like that. If AI can't read your brand, couples will never actually read your Instagram. So how do you optimize your Instagram for ChatGPT?
You have to include alt text with your images. And make sure that your alt text naturally weaves in your keywords. And then whenever you post it, make sure that your caption also includes your keywords as well. And you can do, I think they said they limited hashtags recently to 6, right? From 20.
Did they do that? Because TikTok did that too. I was entering more than 10 on TikTok. They're like, you can only use 5.
Yeah. Instagram did that recently too.
What the heck?
It makes sense though. I mean, if you're putting way too many hashtags in there, then it's not clearly defined.
You're right.
I mean, it's the same thing for a blog post. People don't know that. Your tags on blog posts, you can't and you shouldn't put like 20 tags on there. You should only have a few.
They're like, bitch, what you talking about?
Bro. Yeah. and if AI engines see that you only have like one blog post for one tag and there's 30 tags that are like that, then it shows that you've got way too many topics going on. Okay, so just to give you all some facts. So US wedding market looks like this. There's a growing budget segment, aka micro weddings, that are roughly under $15,000.
$15K?
$15,000.
Dang.
And the declining budget segment is the traditional big but not luxe weddings, roughly 25 to 35 with larger guest counts. So that one is declining. Micro budget savvy weddings between 20 to 50 guests are on the rise heading into 2026, with couples intentionally choosing smaller guest lists and more intimate venues. They predict 2026 to 2027 will see continued growth in couples choosing lower overall budgets, but being very intentional with experience and design. The average cost of weddings is still in the $30K range, but 20% of couples aim to spend $15,000 or less.
What?
They're saying that the typical budget range in 2026 is between $8,000 to $15,000. for the budget savvy weddings and guest counts between 25 to 75. How can you have 75 people at a $15,000 wedding?
No.
That's bananas. So here's what's declining is the 25 to 35 traditional big wedding tier. Most couples actually report budgets closer to $20 to $22,000. And surveys show that very few are planning truly extravagant events. So only 5% of couples aim for an extravagant wedding. Discounts are trending smaller, which directly erodes that mid-tier 120 to 150 guest ballroom model. What's up with the ballroom venues?
I see that a lot in Canada.
Really?
Yeah, ballroom venues. A lot of like bougie Asian people really like that.
I feel like the ballroom weddings are really popular in the northern US, like in New York and stuff like that, New Jersey area. So why is the mid-range wedding tier getting squeezed? Because inflation pushes this tier upward. The same wedding that might have cost $28K pre-COVID now costs closer to $40,000 because venues, catering, and labor have jumped. So that means that ballroom weddings are now in the high-end luxury territory. Couples who can't stretch are cutting back instead. On one side, couples are saying that we're not going into debt for this. And on the other side, high income or destination couples are going all in on $50,000 to $100,000 luxury weddings, especially in New York City, Napa, or Southern California, where costs have skyrocketed.
Yeah, which makes sense. But also they make a lot of money in New York City and SoCal as well too. So it's all depending on the budget. Like how much money are you bringing in as a couple?
Or how much money are your families willing to pay for it?
Evidence shows that luxury 100K plus weddings are definitely rising. So in this classification, most people are spending about 96 to 500K on weddings. This is an industry-wide US wedding market. So even though like the national average wedding cost remains well below six figures, some couples are spending far more. If you work in the wedding industry and that you do want to tap into the market, you're always going to find those people who actually want to spend money because those people are out there and they're rising too. So don't be worried if you raise your prices. You absolutely should. If your photos are good, your experience is good, and then you have that luxury value, absolutely increase those prices, babe. And so what's rising is also a demand for experiential or personalized weddings, which I love. No one really wants a standard wedding. They want something that's like a little bit more elaborate, a little bit more unique, a little high end, immersive entertainment, custom design. So are you falling flat with every other competitor out there? How can you show them what can be different? Platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest really amplify this visibility of ultra lavish destination weddings are obviously growing a lot. The supply side, like luxury planners, high-end vendors, premium venues, concierge type services, all of that is expanding too, which meets demand and encourages more expensive weddings. If you're able to get hired for those lavish weddings, post that shit on Instagram. Post so much about it. Put on your Pinterest, put on your blog, put on your TikTok. Like that's so important because like once one person sees that you can do it, you're probably going to be hired to do another wedding that's similar to that. From there, it's just a snowball effect. If you just post one, people forget about that. It's okay to post again. People are always scared. They're like, oh, yeah, I already said that already. You know, you could say it again because no one actually remembers what you posted. Just keep posting it.
Sometimes people won't see it the first time you post it, but they'll see it the second or third time. This week's wedding trends. As of December 9th, 2025, we're seeing more of how do I choose between two photographers when they both seem good? Couples ask ChatGPT to compare styles, editing, deliverables, and communication.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's so good.
So what this means for you is that you need to either have your processes listed out onto your website or create a blog post, show more expertise. ChatGPT will be like, okay, well, I think this photographer is going to be good because they have more of their shit together.
Mm-hmm. Here's another good one. How do I know if a wedding planner is worth it? Okay. All the wedding planners out there are like, yes, it's always worth it. It's always worth it.
Every time someone hires a wedding planner, they're like, I'm so glad I hired a wedding planner.
They say that they often are looking for a checklist of what good planners actually do. What's just shocking?
That is shocking because what that means to me is that there's a mystery when it comes to wedding planning. No one actually knows what exactly you do. Why is that happening? Like,
Also, how these people never hosted a party in their lives and realized how much work went into that, just a humble dinner at your house. Oh my goodness.
I had 15 people here just for like my birthday dinner. I was like ripping out my hair. I was like, this is so much work.
It was supposedly something easy, just hot pot.
But it was so much work. And I was standing up the whole time. I was like, are you okay? Are you okay? What else do you need? Do you need this? I wish I just could just sit down and just enjoy my dinner.
You don't want to be that person at your wedding. Ooh, how much should wedding florals realistically cost in 2026? So florals are the biggest budget mystery. Couples want ranges and explanations.
Interesting. Okay, so if you're a florist, how would you handle this?
Um, if I were a mid-tier florist, I would put together some packages and I would say it's starting at this price. And then whenever a couple inquires, you can custom tailor it to exactly what they need.
I understand how much of a mystery it would be because flowers are only in specific seasons. Like when we were in, where was it? Was it Temecula? No, I was in Vegas.
Oh, I wasn't there.
You weren't there. But she was like, I've been scrabbling because there was one sort of flower that I've been trying to get, but they don't grow that flower or deliver these types of flowers um, in Vegas at all because it's so dry. So it's like, obviously there's going to be a premium price when it comes to it. So it all depends.
On that similar note, they're looking for value-driven prioritization. Where can we save money without making the wedding feel cheap? I feel like that's an opportunity for planners to say, hey, you don't need that, but this is where you should spend your money.
That all comes in knowledge. And that'd be a good idea for a blog post for planners. If you're wanting this style of wedding, here's what I would spend my money on, something like that.
Actually, one of our friends, I've seen her talk about that on her podcast. Our friend Lindsay started a podcast called RSVP Thanks. And if you're interested in hearing from the wedding planning perspective, it's really mainly for brides. She talks about that too, where she would spend money and where she wouldn't. It really is like very insightful. How do we make our wedding feel intentional instead of performative? We're actually writing a blog post for our friend Gia about this. She called herself a photojournalist because she is all about capturing the moment rather than trying to manufacture the moment.
I love that.
This gets talked about a lot. How do we make a wedding feel like us instead of Pinterest?
That's something that I think about when it comes to my wedding. How do I make it more like me? Because like a lot of the weddings that I go to, if you've been to an Asian wedding before, you go to an Asian style restaurant, they give you like 12-course meal, but it is loud, it is rowdy, it is not classy. But there's also like the ballroom weddings that I go to, and I'm like, this is not me at all. I can't do this. So I think about that a lot when it comes to like planning my wedding. What I have been figuring out is like, what do we both enjoy? We enjoy the outdoors, enjoy snowboarding, enjoy camping. We also enjoy like Asian food too. So trying to figure out a way to blend all of everything that we love into one is going to be difficult, but obviously maybe that we'll have a planner be able to like bring things in. But I've been just going onto Pinterest and like, finding things that inspire me and that look good for my culture, but also other weddings that have to do with like, snowboarding or hiking. And how do I merge all this? Maybe I'll just leave that to the planner. I'll send them a whole jumble of everything that I love onto Pinterest and what he loves, and then we'll figure out a plan for it.
I can't wait for your wedding. I'm so excited.
Yeah, you will be there for sure.
Oh, heck yeah. I'm not going to miss it. Are you kidding me? Shoot. I came here for a pizza. I'm definitely going to.
Ooh, this one's a good one. Relationship and planning together searches. Ooh. So one is, how should we divide wedding planning tasks fairly? Huge. That's crazy because mostly it's like the woman who's handling all the decisions.
I've seen two types of couples. This is in hetero relationships, and I'm sure there's a spectrum in between, but I've seen the one where the guy is very involved in every single detail, and I've seen another one where the guy is not involved at all.
I mostly see it the latter.
Yeah.
And Alex has that point of view too. If you're on site, he's like, I don't have any say in it, so why should I say something? Like, I want you to help.
Yeah. So if anything, sometimes it makes it feel like the wedding becomes all focused on one person instead of both people together.
That's true. It is the girl's dream and it's her day, is what people always say.
Mhm.
But it should be both.
I'd love to see the dynamics between like LGBTQ crowd and how they plan their weddings because that's something that I haven't witnessed personally, but I would love to see that. There's two people I imagine very involved in the planning process.
That's true. How do they work it out? That'd be interesting.
I don't know.
We should have an LGBTQ
Yes.
person who's planning their wedding on the podcast too.
Oh my God, yeah. If you are LGBTQ plus and you're planning your wedding, please reach out to us. We'd love to talk to you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Another one is typing into ChatGPT, alternatives to traditional wedding readings. So that would mean like poetry, meaningful quotes, modern scripts.
That's so cute.
Because sometimes I hear the same thing, all like, the power invested in Alberta. I love you marrying. Do you say I do? Or like telling people
Your love story.
your love story. I don't know. Something different would be cool.
In the beginning.
In the beginning. Another one is guest management and social dynamics. So how do we enforce an unplugged ceremony without sounding rude?
That one's a hot topic.
Tell them. Just say it. That's not being rude at all. They're coming to your wedding.
Have you seen where they put the phone into individual lock boxes whenever you walk into the wedding?
Oh, I don't know if I like that.
It's the only way to keep Auntie Joan from, getting in the middle of the aisle to record.
Oh, but these guys love to carry iPads with them too.
Right.
So it's like an iPad out here.
I have the funniest story for you.
What?
So I walked in Charleston Fashion Week, like right when we first met, and I invited my great aunt and uncle to come. Do you remember this story? And this was my only time modeling. They were so excited to be there for me, right? That when it came time for me to walk down the runway, my great uncle grabbed the phone and was in the middle of the runway recording me.
Oh my God. I didn't know this.
I could have fallen flat to like, I love him and I appreciate him. And I'm so glad that they were there for me and showing support. And it's so funny looking back on it. But in the moment, I was so embarrassed. So I think it happens unintentionally. They just don't realize they get swept up in the moment,
Yeah, that's true. They're like, I need to capture this. This is so beautiful.
Yeah.
And they're not sending you. They're definitely not sending it to you. They're just looking at it.
No, I never saw those videos. They never saw the light of day.
Another one is how do we have no kids? How do we have a no kids wedding when our families disagree? Ooh, a December classic.
How do you navigate that?
I have no idea. I would just say no kids. That's it. That's what I want. Shut up.
Yeah.
That's just you just have to be upfront with it. I don't know. I guess I'm a little harsh when it comes to that.
I know, like, it's hard for some families to have babysitters. I don't know. If it's like a baby and they can't get a babysitter for it, you have to make an exception, especially if they've actually tried. Because if it's a matter of somebody coming or not coming to the wedding because they have to take care of a baby back at the hotel room,
I don't know.
that's a tough go.
Okay, so that is it for today's episode. Again, thank you guys so much for joining us here in Calgary, Alberta, with both of us here together.
We've wanted to start this podcast for a long time, so please like, comment, subscribe, share, all the things. That would seriously mean the world to us.
Follow us at North and South Agency, and we'll be back.
We'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week. Thanks, guys.
Bye.